Today I want to talk about Darkwood, a Polish horror game about the average day in the Polish woods. Darkwood is a game you should buy. Seriously, pause this video now and go and buy it. It is absolutely fantastic cosmic horror and an all-around solid experience. Now, yes, I am making this video about 1 month after Pyrocynical's 8-hour yap session, Darkwood, so you will see some similarities between this video and that video, but his video inspired me to buy the game, and in effect, I am content thieving, so you can add that to my growing list of hate and war crimes, right between exterminating the dodo and making celebrities do that thing you hate. This isn't a typical fast review, because if you know the game, you should buy it, period. In fact, the less you know about the game before you get into it, the better. Instead, I want to talk about the end of the game, the real ending, and the excellent cosmic horror that comes with it. So, spoilers for the game. And Annihilation, which is one of my favorite films that I've watched, and my first introduction to this subgenre of horror. And it is an excellent movie. Of course, there's the typical horror scenes of the immediate threat, like that fucking bear, but something else, more abstract, more, I guess, natural. The expedition isn't chased by a crazy killer or something alien. They're chased by nothing. Instead, they slowly fall apart as the shimmer itself changes them from who they were. The shimmer is the overarching antagonist of the movie, and it isn't even alive. It's an effect emanating from an asteroid. And what is that asteroid exactly? Well, it's a rock with some sort of space goop stuck to it. But that's it. It's not even alive, really. It just does. It doesn't think or want. It's more akin to a fire, burning down what's ahead because that's what it does. But what if you take it a step further? What if the fire was alive and at least had some form of intelligence? What if it was a being? The being in Darkwood is unquestionably destroying the environment, twisting it beyond comprehension, but it still looks like a version of Earth. A nightmare one, but one nonetheless. You see human spiders formed from corpse piles, talking trees made not from the original villagers, but copies, hinting perhaps that it tried to make a village, but it didn't know how a village works. You see strange statues of soldiers and trucks, and those same statues speaking to each other in distorted voices. And when you finally reach the road home, you find at first what looks like corpses on the side of the road, of people who died trying to cross it. But you didn't find what are so clearly statues sort of in movement, flash frozen as they rapidly cross this road, if they ever did. It reminds me more of these older photographs someone would take of people in motion. There's a lot of talk about how great cosmic horror is being up against something you cannot comprehend. And yet I think the developers did something quite interesting. And it is with the cosmic horror entity who also cannot comprehend humanity. It is in a new, strange environment it cannot comprehend, and you might disagree with me, but I think it is not only alive, but sentient. Not highly intelligent, I'd say, but it's more akin to that of a toddler or a monkey. I think it is scared. It's trying to comprehend where it is. And of course, 10 years after its arrival, it has understood some things about its new home, but not nearly enough. And what makes me think that being is, of course, it has insane shifting powers through its weird white stuff, but those powers are ridiculously flawed in their efficacy. We've discussed the speaking statues, which feel like a human being taken horribly out of context and removed of everything else, but there's also the giant snail, the wolf man, and also how the reacts to getting set on fire. And the true ending, before you get the flamethrower, It works like a pure ball of light. A ball of light that forms a face and nose when you set it on fire. And once its outer glowing body is burned off, you see genuine innards. But of course, the being is still feeding on humans. It is using us as a source of nourishment, I guess. But that is what a being does, isn't it? We as humans, or by definition omnivores, so we can eat plants, yes, but we also eat animals, whether it be a fish or a cow or a chicken. But all of this is just conjecture, it's a theory. And all of this theorizing still leaves us with important questions. What is this being? Why is it here? Or what does it even want? Is it trying to build a home here? Is it trying to figure out where it is? And to the game's credit, it doesn't even care to answer. And that is why Darkwood is great cosmic horror, but just a great game in general. It leaves you wanting more. I want to learn more about the being, and I know I never will. And while this doesn't make me sad, quite the opposite, it leaves me excited as I'm thinking what the hell half this shit means, and that is the best thing a piece of fiction can do. Thanks for watching.